This is a Tallahassee update from the Florida Retail Federation.
Well, welcome to the 2012 legislative session in Tallahassee, Florida. Today's the 13th of January, and so we've just finished the first week of this session. I'm going to turn you over to Sally West in a few moments to give you an update on the happenings here in Tallahassee this week. But before I do, I want to cover a couple of things with you. First and foremost, we have a great announcement about a great new addition to our team retail. Samantha Hunter Pageant recently delivered a beautiful baby boy named Grayson, and we are so delighted to welcome him to our family. She's out taking care of Grayson for the next month or so. She'll be back in early March. So when you talk to Samantha, ask her about Grayson. She'll tell you all about him. Secondly, I wanted to remind all of you that next week is our legislative meeting and retail days in Tallahassee. If you haven't signed up, it's not too late. Although hotel rooms are scarce, we'd love to have you. We'll be meeting with the governor and all the cabinet members and key legislators, both Senate and House members, talking about all of the issues that are of importance to you. So if you haven't made your plans to come, call Elaine and we'll figure out some way to get you here. So with that, let me turn it over to Sally, and she'll give you an update on what happened this week. See you next time.
Thanks, Rick. I'm here at the Capitol in Tallahassee on the 4th floor right outside of the House chambers, where session convened on Tuesday and will run through the next 60 days, ending on Friday, March 9th. This year, the legislature has one big goal in mind, and that is drawing new legislative and congressional districts within the boundary of both the federal Constitution and Florida's Constitution. The Retail Federation is here to make sure that they don't forget that the retail community has needs as well, and so we're here to advocate on your behalf and make sure that your needs don't go unmet. A few of our bills did receive some action this week. In the House Community and Military Affairs Committee, we were able to successfully pass Representative Goodson's wage protection bill, and that's House Bill 609. A lot of union folks were out. They were out in full force testifying against the bill, but thanks to a great presentation by Representative Goodson and our very own John Rogers, the bill passed very easily out of that committee by a vote of 11-4, and it's now been reported to the Judiciary Committee, and so we'll work hard to get that on agenda there. The Judiciary Committee is the last committee of reference for that bill. Also in the House, the Business and Consumer Affairs Subcommittee hosted a workshop on unemployment compensation tax. The Economic and Demographic Research Office presented to the committee how large of a fiscal impact you all are Florida's businesses are going to feel because of the very hefty unemployment compensation tax hike that you received this year. We have presented a proposal to the legislature, which was filed into legislation by Representative Horner, that will reduce the proposed tax increase from $171 per person down to $75 per person. And that would be a significant improvement, we think. So Randy testified before the committee on that legislation, and we hope to get that going and save you a lot of money in your taxes.
Our employees are telling us we are in a very, very weak beginning of a weak recovery. We cannot afford to take that kind of money out that we would ordinarily put into the fund balance and take that out of our economy.
There was also considerable movement this week on the Main Street Fairness Act. In his State of the State address, Governor Scott did call on the legislature to level the playing field for Florida's businesses.
Having spent decades in business and now 1 year in government, I'm convinced more than ever that with few exceptions, the best thing government can do is to create a level playing field and then get out of the way. Get out of the way and let people compete. What happens with competition? People get better. Quality gets better, service gets better, prices get better.
So there is a lot of activity this week, and next week we will be back to you with more. Hope to bring some information on our pharmacy bills, some information on some of our other bills that are out there, and we look forward to a great session, and we're also looking forward to seeing a bunch of you on our retail days next week at the Capitol. Thank you.